How is real estate market in Alpharetta? How did it change in the past year? Where was it a few years ago and where is it now? Let's find out. Hey there, thanks for watching and welcome back. My name is Dan Sloan, a realtor with Artisan House Real Estate, and in this episode we are talking about Alpharetta market. Before we begin and go any further, I want to show you these two graphs which indicate that market in Alpharetta is not, I don't want to say predictable, but it has very distinctive and clear pattern. As you can see on the screen, most of the new listings hit the market and most sales are happening during summer times. However, least amount of listings and least amount of sales happening during winter times. Now, keeping all that in mind, let's rewind and see how market have changed in the past years. And let's begin with average, actually in this particular case, median price of sold houses. In 2017, it was 419,000. In 18 and 19, we had a little pullback. It was 398 median price, but in 2020, we had dramatic price increase to 485, and October of last year ended up being $558,000 median sale price. In terms of new listings and sold listings, we can see a very similar pattern here. Remember that fluctuation from that pattern that I showed you before? Well, we can see something similar here. New listings were fluctuating from year to year, from October to October. Minimum was just this past October 150, with maximum October before in 2020 197, which, speaking of which, was very active months. In amount of sold and houses and new listings, they equaled about 200 each. So as we can see, there are new listings hitting the market and sales are happening in October despite that curve that I showed you earlier. Now, the most important information is here, in my opinion. Average days on market from 17 to 19, they were increasing from 44 to 56 respectively, but in 2020 it dropped drastically almost twice to 31 days on market average, and as of past October of 2021, it happened to be 19 days average in the market. These are available homes for sales every October for the past 5 years. As we can see, in 17, it was spiking up to almost 513 houses sitting in the market waiting to be sold. However, in 2020, this amount dropped almost twice to 256 and almost twice again in 2021 to 147. Now, summarizing all this data, what we can see? We can see that Alpharetta is very attractive place for home buyers. Despite the fact that price has been increasing from 2019 up until this day, we can clearly see that days on the market have dropped dramatically to 19 days on the market. Considering the low housing supply on the market, we can clearly see that this situation over here does not repel buyers. Quite on the opposite, it attracts more buyers because this data proves that sales are happening rather quickly. Now, if you are thinking about selling, you are in a very good climate here, because despite elevated price, which by the way actually reached his peak, more aggressive price increase is not predicted by any sources that I'm referring to typically, sales are happening rather quick, and with decreasing inventory, as a seller, you will be in a very great spot to sell your house. Now, if you're thinking about buying, do not get discouraged. There are still new listings hitting the market every month, and despite how quickly it's all moving, there are still properties out there. If you don't know how to make your offer for the property to look very attractive and compete very well with other buyers, please let us know. And Artisan House Real Estate, me in particular, will help you to put together a very attractive and strong offer. If you're thinking of selling and want to make the best out of selling your property in Alpharetta, also please don't hesitate to reach out and we'll do our best to sell your property on the best terms. Now, not to overload this episode with information, I have this similar snapshot, market snapshot, for the Alpharetta area, which indicates activity in the past 30 days. So if you'd like to receive the copy of it, please send me a message and with your email address, and I will email it to you. Now, that's it for this week. I want to wish you happy holiday seasons. Next week we're going to talk about something else, and see you next time.